Well, let me ask you about maybe Millennium Development Goals. So it's millennium means actually 1,000 years. So this is a period
Mhm.
of time. So, and I want to know about development goals. So what are the goals? Now, of course, the world, is going to be developed every day, day by day, and we see some new technologies, and everything actually is developed now comparing maybe years ago. But now I want to know, what are the goals? What is the purpose of having this much of technology? So what do you think about?
Mm, yeah. And but can you clear for me about the goal? The goal of a
Aim,
country?
aim, of course, it means aim, achievements, aim, achieve, why?
Oh
Why do
yeah,
we need this technology? Of course, goal means aim.
yeah. I in my viewpoint, I think uh, the um, the goal of the goal we aim to the sustainability. So yeah, and so that the people can every people can uh, get healthcare and get a new technology and can get education. Yeah,
Education,
and
that's great.
then the and decrease the climate change and population
Of course.
yeah and decrease the carbon by uh by grow more trees
Of
in the world.
course.
Yeah.
Of course, of course. So, as you said, education, climate are actually the issues that, nowadays we can
Yeah.
say all the people around the world are dealing with. And of course, and we have, I think, the most important one is poverty and
Mm.
hunger. Of course, in some countries especially we hear. So what do you think about this? And what can we do? What governments maybe can do in order to combat poverty and hunger, maybe to remove them?
Yeah.
What do you think about that? So poverty and hunger.
Yeah, I think some area in the world they face the big problem about the food and and medicines, healthcare.
Of
Yeah,
course, of
yeah.
course,
For example, I think in the Africa
of
they
course,
may face.
especially.
Yeah.
Of course, and in Africa, in this continent, we hear some news about people actually about poverty, about hunger, about disease. So actually, uh, maybe something like this. And do you think, let me ask you another thing, actually, do you think uh, governments really do something about actually these issues? Or no, just they think that they do something.
Yeah, I think they can, but it may take a lot of time and a lot of resource uh, um, outcome from another country
Of
in the world.
course,
Yeah.
of course, of course. Well, so as you can guess, today we're going to talk about maybe world problems.
Oh.
Okay. And let me share my screen. Okay, to see the first one, that is, I think, maybe one of the most important point that can be mentioned about this topic is corruption. So
Yeah.
what is corruption? So do you have any idea about it?
Yeah, I think it's popular in the world,
Of
and
course.
yeah,
Of course it is. So we can consider it
yeah,
dishonest, maybe dishonest or illegal
yeah,
behavior. As something like, illegal, or especially by powerful people, by, for example, governments, for example, such as government officials or police officers,
yeah,
and we see that, of course, it's something like they have some illegal behavior, especially when it comes to money.
yeah,
Dishonesty, of course, they get something to do something illegally, and I think this one can be considered the first, maybe the first issue that we really face nowadays, and we need to deal with, but it's something that maybe what can we do, actually, what can we do?
yeah. I think we have to commit with the rule and law in the local,
Of course.
in local, yeah. So no one can
Yeah.
do any use illegal with
Yeah, of
us.
course.
Yeah,
Maybe choosing right people. It's really difficult to choose right people,
yeah,
because we don't know people's attitude when they have power. So, and
yeah,
this, I think money and power, both can
yes,
cause this. So maybe, okay, the second one, we have recurring. Recurring means something like we say occur, and this is recur. So
yeah,
recurring, as you can guess, means occurring repeatedly.
yeah,
So happening or occurring multiple times or something like repeatedly. So let me write it here. Okay, well,
mm,
okay, so as you can see, this word can be used as an adjective. My sister has a recurring nightmare about the end of the word. Have you ever thought about the end of the word? Have you ever thought about?
Sorry.
Have you ever thought about the end of the word? Because, just I saw it here. It's interesting, actually. Some people think about it. What will happen in the future? How is the end of the world? Have you ever thought about it? Or have you ever had a
Yeah,
nightmare about it?
yeah. But can you explain for me about the end of the world?
Okay, end of the world. Maybe one day. I don't know, we have some movies. Okay, so
Yeah,
we have some movies about the end of, it's something like what will happen in the future. Maybe everything will be destroyed, everything, and there will be no people on the earth, and there will be no creature or something like this. So we have
yeah,
some movies. So this is actually, maybe this can be the meaning and
yeah,
definition of end of, there will be no people, no creature, no word, no earth. So what do you think?
yeah. Um I think it might occur in the far future, but I think that's my our planet's have a problem when another planet or another something to pump into planet. So yeah, so I think after that we our planet may get with some big problem, and that's may the end of the world.
Course, of course. And in some movies, we see that some creatures from actually outer space come to the earth, and they try to leave, and they try to control everything. So like aliens. And of course, we don't nowadays. Especially, I don't know if you heard or know. In the period of time, we had some news in the US, especially, and they said, they said, yeah.
Yeah, I have a question. Do you believe in alien?
I don't know if I believe in or no. I should say I don't think so. But at the same time, I think that okay, we are not the only planet in galaxy, so maybe, but we don't know. But there is something else, especially by our governments, and something like, as you know, by the United States and United Nations, something like some news. Actually, we had a few months, especially a few months ago, maybe, or 1 year ago. It was like, yeah, but I don't know why, actually, why they did something like, they gave us this news that, this type of news about aliens. Yeah, they are. Is it really? But, it's something like, I think it's can be smart, maybe. Now, of course, I don't have any idea. Maybe there are. I don't know. But now, I think in this situation, they want to actually draw our attention to another topic so that we don't focus on the most important thing, that things that are happening in the world. We have the most important, more important issues dealing with and occurring in the world. But something like, okay, this is a good topic. So let's talk about it. Let's discuss it so that people don't focus on the other issues. So I think it's something like this, something like, I don't know, policy, or I don't know, political manner or attitude. I don't know, but in fact, I have no idea about this creature. So do you believe in? Do you believe in them? Do you think they are?
Yeah, it hard to say, but I believe they are another they are another planet where have a life.
Of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
but it's so far, and it had to reach out each other from our planet to each other to another planet.
Of course. Of course. It's really hard because, we even, don't know them. Of course, we know maybe some planets in our galaxy, so we don't know about universe, what is going. Of course, we don't know, maybe, but something that actually, I think something that nowadays governments, of course, are maybe trying to reveal. I think it's something not really factual, something like that. They meant, they meant to do it. Okay, well, let's talk about fossil fuel. As you know, we have some energy resources and sources that some of them are actually renewable, so we can have them again, and some of them are non-renewable. It means, if they end and finish, like natural gas or coal, so or something like oil. And nowadays, so we are using this fossil fuels, and I want to ask you, what can we do in order to maybe save more and protect this fossil fuels, maybe this non-renewable energy source?
Yeah, I see people try to find new technology and new uh, energy. For example,
Of
from
course.
wind and from tree. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think yeah, I don't know that's what, but that's my that is energy electronic from the roof of the house, sun, from when the sun
Solar
flow.
pan, you mean
Other
solar
solar, yeah,
panels? Of course.
yeah, that's right, yeah. And I think in it may take long time to replace or replace the fossil fuel, but I think uh, we will find new energy.
Of course, we
Yeah,
need to. Of
yeah,
course, we need to. Okay, I have to. So as you can see, we have a term of non-renewable energy source, that is fossil fuel, and of course we need to
yeah,
use some other, maybe. Of course, we are
yeah,
now we can say that we are having some new sources so that we can save
mm,
and maybe not to use these type of sources, as you mentioned, like solar panels and, for example, some wind energy. So we can actually make electricity using wind and water. So some renewable, maybe we can use some renewable
yeah,
fuels. Okay, greedy. Well, I think it's like maybe can be considered as
yeah,
very, very, I can say, yeah, terrible behavior. It's something like showing or maybe having a selfish desire
yeah,
for wealth, passion, even food,
yeah,
wants more and more. So, do you
mm,
know, do you know any
yeah,
greedy person?
yeah. After answer for your question, I want to clear about the greedy.
Of course.
It is what mean this would mean uh, negative meaning.
I didn't get what you mean.
I mean when we use greedy.
Of course. So you mean opposite, opposite for greedy, generous. You can
Yeah,
say generous or unselfish. So if I want to give you an opposite, I can say maybe generous and
yeah,
unselfish.
yeah,
Of course, can be like, because when you are greedy, when a person is greedy, actually,
yeah,
they have something like a desire for more and more.
yeah,
So
yeah,
never is enough. So
yeah,
you see some people, some greedy people, especially about food. You know, they
yeah,
eat more and more, and there's something like, why? Okay, I think that's enough. So you don't, but no, I want this, I want that. It's something, and we have the same thing, like,
mm,
power. Some people, actually the greed of power, that is, I think, is really dangerous. Money, power,
yeah,
position, so they are. And the opposite of a generous or unselfish person, people who don't think about themselves, only themselves.
yeah,
So What do you think the worst? Okay, so let me ask you the worst greed, in your opinion, the worst greed.
Opinion of greedy.
Yeah, the worst, of course, about greed. So we, as I told you, we have different maybe types of greed. Greed for food, greed for power, greed
Mm.
for example, wealth and possessions. So which one is the worst one, you think? You think, oh, this one is really bad, maybe dangerous.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I think it's really mean some the character of people, and who and is it mean it means positive characteristic.
Greed, positive, no. It can't
Ne
be.
neg
Yeah.
negative.
Negative, of course, it's negative,
Yeah,
because it's more than enough. And everything without balance is
yeah,
negative. So there is no balance here. So just more, and there is no enough here. So it's something like it's negative.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I have met some people, and I think they they think about themselves first, and yeah, they want always want to gain anything for them. Yeah.
Of course. But it's something like being selfish is a
Mm.
bit different with being greedy. Because when you're selfish, you only think about yourself, of course, just what I want.
Yeah.
But when you are greedy, you are a type of selfish, maybe a kind of selfish
Mm.
that wants more and more.
Yeah.
Never is enough. So I think,
Yeah.
and for example, for fame, you can be greedy for fame. Okay, you can like to be famous. So it's okay. But being greedy, you do everything to get to achieve it. So I think this is a bit maybe, and
Mm.
some people who are greedy,
Mm.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I have met, but all um greedy always negative.
Of course, because when you see, look at the maybe opposite words,
Mm.
generous,
Mm.
unselfish. Okay, so can be. It's something like when we say negative,
Mm.
because you actually always, it's something like always wanting more. Yeah, of course, you need to physically or mentally, you need
Mm.
to put lots of effort to have more and more.
Mm.
So if you want more food physically, more money, okay, it's good to have more money. But it's something like here, this is a selfish,
Mm.
added manner. So it's not really good.
Mm. And it is different with ambition.
Of course.
Yeah.
Ambitious, you mean?
Ambition mean the people
Of
who
course. Of
always
course. I know.
to reach.
I know. Okay. Yeah. Well, very good. Yeah. Of course, it's a good word. So ambitious, of course, a person who thinks about, for example, something who wants to have better and better. So, of course, who thinks about maybe some an ideal word and condition. It's
Mm.
different. I'm greedy. Okay, so because it's actually, when we say greed, it can be a negative emotion or it can be a negative characteristic because it's gonna have, make you have maybe to have some aggressive behaviors. But ambitious, of course, person who likes to have more, better life, more, it's okay, Of, yeah, it's different. It's different
Yeah.
from greedy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Mm, yeah. Uh, I think yeah. I think I have met, but I feel hard to describe about them. Yeah.
yeah, of course. Of course. We normally have some people, and we normally, in our lives, of course, we have met some people
Mm.
who were
But
really greedy. Yeah.
that means the people who always want to gain something in some situation for them.
Uh,
Yeah. For
yeah, of course. So it's something like people, when we say greed, so let me say something else. When we say greed, greed is outward focused and
mm,
has something to prove to, for example, others. But it's
mm,
something, when we say ambition, we are
mm,
talking about something like internally, is something like internal focused. Okay, that
mm,
yeah, it's something like when I am ambitious, I only prove it to myself. Okay, so it's something like, inner, maybe man, or maybe something like focused. But when I have greed, when I'm greedy, it's something like
mm,
outward. Maybe I can hurt people. It's
mm,
something because, let me, for example, because I have greed for money, for power, maybe I
mm,
can I can hurt some other people. So it can be
mm,
dangerous. So it's something
mm,
like I want, this is a difference. When we say
mm,
ambition, okay, or ambitious person, that is an adjective.
mm,
So ambition and greed, both nouns. When we say ambition, is something like, this is something related, it's in my mind, just my mind. I want to, I try to. But when I
mm,
say greed, is something outward, and I can hurt people and hurt
mm,
all the people in order to achieve my goal. So this one is different. So
mm.
because I'm
Yeah.
never happy. I'm
Yeah.
never I'm never satisfied and happy with something that I have. Never
Yeah.
is enough. So this is the difference between. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it clear now?
Yeah. I think I clear. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. It's clear. That's great. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and maybe we can say that, I don't know, we don't like to hear this word, but unfortunately nowadays we hear it a lot and a lot. Terrorism. So it's something like, I don't know how,
Mm,
but we know, everyone knows the meaning of course, this word, and we have, of course, we have thought about it before, maybe once, we,
mm,
maybe at least, what
mm.
we thought about it is something like, I don't know. What do you think about it? What do you think about maybe using violence, such as,
Yeah.
I don't know, bombing, shooting, or I don't know, kidnapping to obtain some political demands, maybe
Mm,
such as making a government or doing something else. So what do you think about it?
yeah. I think nowadays there are a lot of uh violent from ter terrorism.
Of course, terrorism.
Terrorism. Yeah, tourism. Yeah, and I think the government and UNICEF um, have to make some plan and some plan to prevent the tourism in the world,
Of
because
course.
yeah, they make a lot, it's make a lot of violence. Yeah.
Of course. And so, have you ever heard some news about terrorism, and what do you think about it?
Yeah, more of them make people who have hurts shock
Of
when
course.
they, yeah,
Of course. And as you know, not only, of course, uh, especially governments, uh, maybe it's something like terrorism can be, I don't know, it's kind, maybe behavior, maybe, I don't know, violence that's something like related to governments, related to politics. But I think normal people struggle with, something like normally we have some other actually
mm,
victims. Normal people are normally victims. They try to kill someone else and they kill some other people. So it's something
mm,
like, yup. And I don't know, maybe one day in the future we won't see something like this and we won't hear. I don't think so, but unfortunately, you know,
yeah,
and normally it's something like related to sometimes politics, sometimes religions. Okay, so different actually
yeah,
things.
yeah,
And
yeah,
yeah, say
yeah.
we're
It,
talking.
yeah, I think it's hard to control of them, all of them. But mm, but I think if government they have some program to educate people and have them to think about the rights problem. And yeah, I think the struggle is a really religion
Of
of people.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it
specifically.
because it's was uh, 1,000 years in their religions, so it had to change.
Of
Yeah,
course. Of course, it's really, as you said, it's something like when it comes to people's mind, beliefs, it's something
yeah,
like it's really hard, maybe sometimes impossible to change their mind. So
yeah,
because of this, and maybe now we can make a connection, relation when uh, greed and terror and poverty, it's something like they are in a circle. It's something like now when there is poverty, when some, for example, we can say, and then terror maybe
yeah,
will occur. Something like there is a close relation and connection among these words. And poverty,
mm,
especially as you said I heard in
mm,
Africa,
yeah,
people nowadays struggle with poverty, no money, and the
yeah,
state of being poor. You know that poverty means the state of being poor,
yeah,
especially in less developed countries. So we have something, and I think maybe the root of world's problem is poverty, make people to do everything. This one, and we don't know how to control. As you said, it's really hard to control it. Do you have any idea about this word poverty? What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about poverty?
Yeah, it's so hard because I grow. I think I grow as poor village, and Vietnam is to poor poverty country. Nowadays we better than more 20 years ago. But I think the first thing the government the government should to make make a lot of job in in their country.
Of
And
course,
second thing, they have to get help from the world to through the UNICEF and through the some organization some organized, yeah,
of
to
course.
to help them to pass and to develop their country.
Of course, of
Yeah,
course. So, as you said, it's normal
yeah,
to maybe to be born in a
yeah,
poor maybe country or poor village. It's normal, so it can happen. But you know, the rest of it, what can we
yeah,
do in order to maybe deal
yeah,
with this condition? It's really difficult, and it's something that governments, as you said, building and having more job positions so that people can work and actually make living or something like this can be really useful. But especially I think
mm,
war, yeah,
yeah,
you know, this
yeah,
is of course this is the per and the reason of poverty, the
yeah,
first
yeah.
reason I think. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, and now we discussed these words in detail, but if you have any questions, you can ask me now.
Yeah, I feel today new words. I see a lot of new words, and
Yes,
it's all of them a little bit hard
of course.
for
Of
me.
course.
Yeah,
So you need to because they are not general maybe words that we normally use. So for example, we
yeah,
normally don't talk about terror or terrorism or something like this. So of course, but we need to know. Of course, we need to know them because they are most
yeah.
important
I
words. Yeah,
yeah I know the words, and
of,
it yeah I can't remember it, but a little bit hard to discuss about it.
of course, to talk about them. Of course, it's as I
Yeah,
told you, because when it comes to specific maybe topics, when they are
yeah,
not general topics, of course, but we need to, for example, practice and talk about maybe listens. If you listen to some news, of course,
yeah,
it will be easy because you will hear them and it will be easy to use them.
yeah,
Well, and now let's talk about this idiom. Better late than never. Okay, of course, it's something like we can guess the meaning. It's better to
yeah,
do something after it was supposed to have been done than
yeah,
not to do it at all. So,
yeah,
do you agree with this?
yeah. I totally agree. Yeah,
Course, of course. So no matter when, just do it, even if it's late, but just do it. So sometimes when you are being in rush, hurry
yes.
can make everything a bit different. Okay. Would you make an example using this idiom, please?
Yeah, I'm 30 39. Yeah, a little bit old, but I always try to learn English. So
Okay.
I think better late than never learns English
Of
for me.
course. Of course, great.
Yeah.
But let me say something because we are at the same age, so we are not old.
Yeah.
We are not old. So
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
we are young. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. So
I I mean
1984
I
or
mean
1985? You're 1984 or 1985?
sorry.
So the year of birth, I ask you if you were born in 1984 or 1985.
Oh no. Uh, 86.
Oh, so you are younger. So I'm so you're younger than me.
Yeah.
So I'm 90. I was born in 1985. So I am
Yeah.
38 and you are 37. So I'm 38.
Yeah.
We are young. Please, we are young.
Yeah.
I normally, because my students, we are at the same age with my students, say, okay, we are young. Just think about it.
Uh,
Yeah, always.
yeah. Yeah, but I mean I saw around me.
Of
I
course.
I saw the young people who more the people who learns English, they
Of
are
course.
very young. Yeah, but I think I'm a little bit old for learns English.
No,
But
you are
I
not. No, you are
yeah
not.
yeah yeah
Yeah, you are very young dad. So you're very young dad.
yeah
I don't think so. Well,
yeah
okay. And the structure of the day, that's really, first of all, let's talk about the meaning of this. Then,
yeah
of course, we can talk. Uh, Subject may or might as well. When do we use it and what's the meaning of this? It means there is nothing better to do. And we use it to make suggestion. So there is nothing better to do.
yeah
The meaning of this, and we use it to make suggestion. So, for example, and she, he, I, subject, may or might as well. Okay, that's really, for example, and as I told you, we can use this structure to say that what is the easiest or most logical, maybe way or course or action,
mm,
okay, when we cannot see better alternative. There is no better alternative. This one is the best one, so let's do it. Okay, well, for
yeah
example, you might as well get a taxi from the station. There is no alternative. This is my suggestion. This is the best thing that you can do.
yeah
Okay, well, and might and may. So let me say
yeah
it. Maybe you think about the difference between they are the same, but might as well is more common. May as well is a bit, it's okay, but not really common. Might as well is good. Common
yeah
and but they both, just don't forget, they both are informal.
yeah
So we normally use them in casual informal, so they're fairly, not totally, fairly informal.
yeah
Okay,
yeah
well, as you can see, since you don't like any other places food, you may or you might as well stay. So, and
mm,
after this structure, as you can see, verb is the
mm,
base form. Okay, not
mm,
to, without to, or infinitive without to, or no ing, no it, nothing, just base form. Okay, let's use it. You say you can give your reason or not, so it's your choice.
yeah mm, mm. Today um, today there are a lot of thought I have to finish, and there are a lot of jobs you have to finish. You may as well stay at office to do them.
Of course, there are lots of things to do. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
So there are lots of things. It's great to say. So it's good one, but we have an idiom. When you want to
yeah.
say that I have lots of things to do, you can say that you have a lot, on your plate. I have a lot on my plate. So,
Mm,
so let me write.
yeah.
I have la. So it's something like I have lots of things to do.
Mm,
Or so it's something like, I have a lot on my plate, so it's better to stay
mm,
home. And for example, it's better to stay at office and do it. So have a lot on plate. So,
yeah.
okay. Well, so this is the structure of the day, and I think it's not really hard. It's easy one, so we normally can use it and usable, but as I told you, might is better than may. May is okay, correct. Grammatically, both of them correct. Might is a bit, I don't know, I think better. Well, and
Mm,
I recently actually
mm,
have I have been informed about Ho Chi Minh. I didn't know
mm.
that, this name is the name of person, right?
The first is name a person, but today is name of a city. Yeah,
Of course, but the
and
name of
yeah,
city actually comes from the
yeah,
name of that person, because I know, as I heard, this one, this person was important person in your country, like leader, right?
yes,
Yeah, of course.
yeah,
So because
yeah,
of this, now I'm learning lots of things about Vietnam. So
yeah,
yeah, because thank you. My students are teaching me lots of things about Vietnam. So every day I learn something new. Well,
yeah,
okay, I need your help. So
yeah,
this
yeah.
one, okay, let me, wow, let's, well. Okay. Why? So file has an issue, so why? Can't be played. Let me check it again. Well, well. Let me do it again because I don't know why, but I think file has an issue. So maybe it's on Google Drive, but it can't be played.
Mm.
Okay. Well, okay, so why let's,
Can you open the video
yeah,
from
of
this?
course, I'm trying. So let me check this one. Okay,
Yeah.
let me check this one. So I don't know why, but no. That's weird. And that's weird, but I can, maybe I need to, so wait for it. So, okay. Well, let me do it again. Well, and now, no, it's weird. It can't be opened. That's, let me check again. This is a, I don't know why. So let's do something. So can you open it? Can you play it? If you,
Yes, yeah,
so let's do something. So you can open and you can share it. You share your screen. I
yeah,
stop sharing. Yeah, I stop sharing. But you know, you do you have the book at the same time because you need to see the book. So because of this, if you don't have, it will be difficult. So let's do something. Let me do
yeah,
something. Uh, maybe I can download it later and then we can watch it because it's really,
yeah.
I why it's not possible to. Ah, it's okay, finally. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
I think if I can. Wow. It's something like, no, there is an issue related to the video because
yeah,
of this. Yeah, because of this.
yeah,
I need to download it. So it takes a few seconds to be downloaded, then I can play it because, yeah,
yeah.
it's
I
something
think
due
no
to.
problem. I will.
Of course, I can skip this one and then later we can, maybe next session we can watch it together. So it's okay.
Yeah,
Well, so because, it's okay. So we discussed, of course, there is no more time to watch and answer the question. So I need to skip this part for the next session. And well, so just the last question. Look at
yeah.
these suggested answers and tell me, what do you think is the number one world issue? Which one? Global warming, water, actually, scarcity, and natural resources, uh,
Yeah,
hunger.
yeah. I think there are a lot of um, issue from our work, but I think global warming is a big problem. That's mean because it really hard to change. Yeah, yeah, and because of climate change and global warming
Of,
increase, so so people face to change and to keep to
of
stop
course,
the
of
global
course.
warming. Yeah,
Yeah, of course, and everything. And for example, here, water scarcity, that is lack of water.
yeah,
Shortage, yeah, shortage or a lack of water. Of course, they are related to global warming. So I think, yeah, all them. So it can be something like natural resources and global warming. And for example, they are something like in one circle. Well, okay.
yeah.
And that's it. So if there is any questions, now you can ask. So anything related to this one, any questions, any issues?
No, I don't.
Okay, and thank you. It was really good time with you and have
Yeah,
a brilliant week, good week, and see you
yeah.
next session.
Thank you. See you on
You're
next.
welcome. Of
Yeah.
course. Of course. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.